What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. So I have decided to make a few changes and I'm going to be selling some more statues. I want to get away from comic-based statues, and I'm not selling all my comics, but eventually I will. Eventually I plan to get rid of every single comic statue just because it's not my love. I love movies, and so eventually I do plan to get rid of every single comic statue. It's kind of difficult with Spider-Man just because I love Spider-Man so much, and most of these sort of look like their movie counterpart. You know, the Netflix series looks great. I'd love to get movie versions of Doctor Strange and Hawkeye, but, you know, I definitely prefer the more realistic style. And one thing that I've decided I want to do is I want to stop Marvel right here. I don't want this to be Marvel anymore. I want to change that up and do Lord of the Rings. I want to do my Smog and Balrog inside one cube. Get the Weta Cave Troll. I'm pretty confident I could fit it at an angle. It's super wide, but I'm pretty confident I could fit it. As well as the Iron Studios Fell Beast diorama, the 1/20th diorama. That thing looks super sick. It's pretty huge, and it actually filled an entire display. You know, and I'd like to expand Lord of the Rings a little bit with just basically all the beasts and monsters, you know. Then I can move that Velociraptor right there, and then the Claw Hand and the Baby Raptor there. So it's all Raptor here, all Jurassic, the Dilophosaurus there. So basically what that means is I'm going to be selling pretty much all my X-Men. I'm not going to sell that Magneto, though. I really love Magneto, and I really like that one, and it doesn't have as much of a comic vibe. So instead, I'm going to move that Magneto out to where I have my movie-based X-Men. You know, I got my movie Wolverine, my movie Deadpool. I'm going to bring back in this Spider-Man or just sell it. Magneto's the only one I actually want to keep for now. I really like that Magneto. It's my favorite one among this, although I really love that Ghost Rider, even if it's a recast. But we are going to sell these because I did want to stop Marvel. What I'm going to do is bring this right there, raise that, so it's all diorama battles, and then this will be Lord of the Rings. Or if I don't do Lord of the Rings, I do one part Lord of the Rings, the rest Game of Thrones, so I can focus on my Predator section. So we're going to be selling all this. Now, I may already have a buyer for this, but I'm going to message him right after this video. But we're selling this Ghost Rider recast for $12.50 shipped. And then Cable exclusive. Now, all these are mint. Every one of these doesn't have damage, actually. So Cable exclusive, we're going to sell this at $7.75 shipped. Deadpool Heat Seeker premium format exclusive with the selfie stick, $700 shipped. The Dark Phoenix, this is the special edition with the lower edition size. We'll sell this at $650. Wolverine exclusive, $650, comes with the swap out portrait, and Mystique regular version, $550. So yeah, and then I did want to get rid of maybe Spider-Man as well, or Miles Morales. I'm still, you know, ready to sell that. 600 chipped for Miles Morales, or I'll sell that Amazing Spider-Man, which is really good, probably the best comic Spider-Man out there. But it's either that or Miles, whichever sells first, but I'd sell that. That's the exclusive version. I really do like that. Gosh dang it. Maybe we'll just sell Miles, or I can fit all three in here. But that's not the focus. The focus is getting rid of this X-Men and the Ghost Rider, so I can not do Marvel here. Again, I'm also selling this Baby Groot with a base, $75 shipped for that. I'm going to keep the Ghost Rider 1/10 scale, so at least I have some form of Ghost Rider in my collection. Because I do like the idea of Ghost Rider, sick looking character. I'll just keep the 1/10 because I do like that. But ultimately, like I said, I'm trying to move away from comic-based stuff. I'm just a much bigger fan of the more realistic, you know, like this style statues or Lord of the Rings, the more, you know, realistic than the cartoony comic book approach. I know most people actually prefer comic, but I'm the opposite. When I look at comic, it does not bring the same joy as a movie one. I mean, I absolutely love that Deadpool statue because it is, you know, that is more or less, it can be movie-ish because they look very, very similar. But because I do have my movie version, I'm willing to sell this, even though I think that statue is one of Sideshow's best PFs ever, actually. So I'd actually love to keep that one in. But we are going to throw it on the chopping block. One other thing I really want to get is Queen Studios Arnold T800 life-size bust. I really, really want to get that, so I am willing to make some sacrifices to get that done. So I'm also considering, you know, selling my Thanos on Throne to help fund the Queen Arnold bust, just because I really want that Arnold bust. I feel like it's going to just push my collection to the next level. I already have all my movie Thanoses, and that's where I fell in love with Thanos, was the movie version, not the comic. Even though this is one of Sideshow's absolute best pieces ever made, I would throw on the chopping block if I could get that Queen Arnold. So if someone's interested in this, I'd like to do it as an entire packaged deal. So you get the exclusive with a custom movie portrait and the Sideshow exclusive art print as well. Although the exclusive portrait does have a tiny, tiny chip right there, the magnet is so effing strong that when I was putting it on, it chipped. Freaking ridiculous, right? But you can't see it when it's on display. Only if you were to look at like that angle can you see it. But I've never noticed it ever since on display. But this is really the ideal angle to view them anyways. But we will throw him for sale exclusive with custom portrait and art print for $2,500 plus shipping. It'd be a separate box for the art print and then that. But I'll throw that on the chopping block just because I really want to get that Arnold, and I need to get, you know, probably $5,000 to buy it. Because it's a very limited piece. I wish I would have bought it when it was on pre-order. The time, my mindset wasn't right. I was always thinking, you know, I could buy 5 statues for that cost. Well, that's a stupid mindset. I would much rather have quality over quantity and just get one ultimate grail versus a bunch of statues. Not like that Thanos is mediocre by any means. That's a very special statue. That's truly phenomenal. But I will throw it on the chopping block because I need to get that Arnold in my life. What I want to do is basically, this is my vision for my Terminator display. I can move the PFs back down there, move that bust there, Queen Arnold there, battle damaged, the Endo head by Pure Arts down there. Then eventually I'd like to get rid of this, this Game of Thrones, not get rid of it, but move it. I definitely want to have Game of Thrones in my collection, but I do want to do the Sideshow Predator life-size bust with the mask next to it, and then just have the big chap up there. I think that would be perfect. The bust would technically fit there with that next to it. And I just think that would push my collection, like this whole wall, with those 2 busts and everything else planned. I think it would push my collection just to the next level, where it's just like, holy shiz. So yeah, and I definitely would like to move Lord of the Rings next to its, you know, Lord of the Rings. I don't really like having them here. I'd much prefer to have them over here next to my actual Lord of the Rings line. So again, if any of you are interested in these statues, please message me, Instagram, Flankster117, or email flanksterbuysell@gmail.com. Now, I believe it's President's Day tomorrow, so when I was getting labels, it said nothing will be picked up on holiday, so I don't know if mail will be out, but I have to find the boxes for several of these, so I might need a few days to ship them. I do know where Ghost Rider's box is at, and Wolverine's, and I think Mystique. But a few others I'll need to find. But message me if you're interested. If you buy multiple statues, I can, give you a tiny discount. Otherwise, hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts and comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.